Because in August 2020, I had two brain aneurysms. Yeah, so I fell in the toilet and then I had to go for surgery and stuff. And then they found another one, and then the surgeon said that one of the spin-off effects is I might get a hemorrhage stroke. Yeah, it was very frustrating. And even though I could speak, but I mean I couldn't come up with many words. Actually, I would say simple things. We were so fit. I would understand, and I would no. Yeah, but it was very good. Yeah, it was a very good training for me. Yeah, I would say training because it really felt like training.
Giving up is actually the easiest thing to do, right? But yeah, why didn't you give up? If I may just be so direct. Okay, everyone, welcome to another episode of Fast Accountants Behind Closed Doors segment. So today I have a very interesting and wonderful lady whose name is Dominique Low, and she runs Wanderlust Brand Consultancy.
Communications.
Wanderlust Brand Communications. So I'm gonna ask her to introduce herself fully, but mind you, this is one lady who has a lot of experience, who really knows everything inside out when it comes to branding, marketing, and I think it's going to be a really power-packed podcast session today. So without further ado, let me hand over to Dom to give us the best introduction that you can. So please go ahead, Dom.
Hi, I'm Dominique, and I co-run Wanderlust Brand Communications. We started in 2016, so this year is actually our 10th anniversary.
Oh, sick.
Yes, we're still in business, and I have a lot of people to thank actually, especially Faz. So thank you, Faz, firstly. Okay, so what we do, it was started by my husband and me, and we have more than 20 years experience working in many international agencies. He's worked in many international advertising agencies, and I've worked in advertising, PR, design, brand development, digital as well. And actually, besides this company, many years ago, I started another company. That was actually my first company, a small one as well. Ran it for 8 years, closed it, and then went back to the industry to learn a lot more because I felt that, it'd be good to actually find out a lot more about what's going on currently in terms of all the various, the brand and marketing industry. So I went back to work, and that was actually really good because then I worked at various parts of marketing throughout all the processes. So yes, and I decided after 2016 when I left the regional PR agency, I decided, okay, let's start something.
You work in a few companies, right? Can I just ask, what are the maybe top 3 companies that you, or the longest serving companies that you?
Okay, well, I worked at some time back. I worked at BCD Advertising, and I was on Singapore Airlines account, managing 6 markets. And then another one I would mention would be, let's see, Ogilvy PR. Ogilvy PR, where then I was working on Qatar Airways for 6 markets as well, along with 8 other clients. So we had like about 9 clients most of the time.
Oh.
Yeah, so in terms of multitasking, join an agency and you'll know what it's like to really multitask.
So I would say Ogilvy is a giant, right?
Yeah, Ogilvy PR, advertising as well. So Greg was in Ogilvy advertising. That's where we met.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And I was in PR. Okay, so I would say Future Brand. Future Brand was an international brand consultancy. And we worked on several good accounts, which was like JTC, UOB, because that was when they were looking at refreshing their brand, and that was a very interesting project.
Oh.
Yeah, because that involved a lot of research and stuff. Yeah. So and but I also worked on the client side. So I joined a hotel group, Silver Needle Hotel Group, which was a local hotel group, and essentially I was in the brand management team.
Okay.
So I say that again. I was in the brand management team. Yeah, so we created brands for hotels, F&B as well, and essentially we looked at. Okay, so another experience is when I joined a hotel group, Silver Needle Hospitality, where that was a local hotel group in the sense that they came about because it it was what do you call it? I joined in-house. I was a client actually. I went to the client side. That came about because the company acquired two hotel groups, one in Thailand, another in Australia. And then Silver Needle was born. And when I joined the brand team, we were supposed to take a look at all the hotel brands and see which one we wanted to cull and which one we wanted to keep. Then we would rebrand them, and we also created new brands. So that was a very good experience for me in terms of the brand side, brand consultancy side. Yeah. So I really learned a lot from the client side to the agency side. Yeah. So that was very interesting. Yes.
So you get to
And
see the whole
PR.
spectrum of
Correct.
how brand affects not just the company, but in terms of public perception as well.
Correct.
Wow.
And and so because I have experience working in a lot of agencies as well, and also the client side, there were a lot of toxic environments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think especially on the agencies side, so we decided enough was enough, and we left, the agency, and decided to sort of start our own in that sense. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. What inspired you to start? Is it the experience you have already gathered along the way, or is it like as you mentioned, it was a toxic environment. You wanted to start afresh, something on your own terms, or what was the inspiration?
Yes, it was. What's the word I would use? Simpler for me this time because I had already started a company many years ago and I ran it for about 8 years. It was very small, but from there I was already exposed to a lot of different opportunities, not just local but international. Like I had Red Bull as a client, worked on the F1 before it went out. I mean, before it was confirmed as a night race. And that was a tremendously huge PR event for me with international media. So that was a very good experience. And I also had another international client, which was Clipper Around the World Yacht Race or Clipper Ventures, where we worked with different sponsors and worked with STB, Sentosa Cove, and etc. So I wasn't that worried. I mean, I knew the process will not be difficult, but because I did it before, so I thought, this time I would do it better. Of course, you want to improve. And and I just wanted to, I would provide the same services, for example, PR and brand. I used to do events, but then I didn't want to do events anymore. So it was more PR, brand strategy, identity, and also with Greg's services, which is advertising, creative campaigns, all to do with increasing awareness. Yeah.
And when you started again the second time around, right? Did you face any big challenges, or was it like smooth sailing as you thought it would be?
Oh, nothing's ever smooth sailing.
Except for maybe the race, lah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, of course. So it was definitely challenging in the beginning. And over the 10 years, it's always up and down anyway. So I think the first thing I did was I remembered actually that networking and networks are very important because I had a very small network when I first started my smaller company, but that was very powerful because it was with the right people. So then I remembered, okay, then I should kind of explore, but at the same time, I didn't know, which networks and all that to join. Yeah, but in the end, I joined one network and I met several, and now I'm part of another network, which is very powerful. Yeah, and actually, I would like to that network. It's ASME distinction. Because that really helped me meet more entrepreneurs in Singapore, and there are so many. And most of them, they have the right mindset. Yeah, I wouldn't say all of them. I would say most of them have the right mindset. So that's where we meet and we can collaborate. So that we benefit. Yeah.
I see. So that means having the right group of people to be, identified with, to actually connect with,
Correct.
help you to overcome the challenges that you face, especially when, at the start of the business.
Correct.
right? Because you have the right people to actually discuss with, collaborate with,
Yeah.
and explore opportunities together,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Was there a certain year, perhaps maybe 2 years running or 3 years running, right? Then you felt that okay, this should be fine. The company is able to pay me. I'm making consistent income. I think we are good. Do you feel that way?
I wouldn't say I have actually, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's always been yes, up and down, like I mentioned, but up is when you've got the business that you've secured, and then you do the work, right, and deliver, and the client's very happy, which is good, and then you look forward to more. Yeah, and you want to make sure that you maintain it because you never know, and like I said, there's always the downtime as well. Yeah, so we do have to sort of plan ahead, and then also look at the services that we're offering. Maybe we can offer something different. I mean, let's say within PR, but maybe something different. Like now, I offer not just normal sort of PR, with F&B and stuff, but more executive branding.
Okay.
We also target NGOs. Yeah. So and it's been promising. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Also with brand strategy, we've helped with brand strategy always leads to like a brand identity revamp, logo revamp, and we work with our partners. So yeah, that's always been good. And then so now I actually have a separate sort of we call it a synergy circle. It's like a regular collaborative group within our network where I do brand and PR, and then and maybe if they need awareness campaigns, I can also do that. But we collaborate with our partners like with website development, social media, of course, and SEO. Yeah.
So there's one person handling
That's
one
right.
specific pillar in that sense.
Yeah, so we put our thoughts together and then we sort of target NGOs now.
I see.
Yeah, so it's a regular one, and I have this other executive branding that I offer as well, which is essentially PR, but it's more to do with interviews with financial leaders like yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see what we can do.
Actually, I remember there's once I had the pleasure of not myself directly, but I'm actually involved in a charity, right? So there was a year they engaged your services, right? To actually do fundraising during Ramadan, right?
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You see, and it was through a network that I met you.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so thankful to you, Vas. You and your team.
Awesome.
Yeah, your team is fantastic. They're very patient. I need a lot of patience. So they're very patient with me. Very efficient. Yeah. Very helpful. Yeah.
Thank you much, Tom.
Yeah. No, thank you so much.
Be there for you always.
Thank you so much.
I remember during that time, right? I think you did a fantastic job.
Oh, with Women Trust Fund Association, yes. So that's the other thing. Thank you for introducing. Yes. Yeah, because you help your clients as well. So thank you very much.
It was so good that the appointment was a bit late in that sense, right?
Yes, first day of Ramadan.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we pitched and we didn't get the job, but on the first day of Ramadan, we were told, we were asked whether we still wanted the job because the agency backed up. Yeah.
So you guys didn't back down. You came in, you got everything done, and I think it was the best results in like 8 years straight.
Thank you very much.
So, and there wasn't a stigma like this is a Muslim thing, and then you guys are not Muslim. Will we be able to do it or not? No? Like you are not worried at all. You just came, you delivered. It was superb. So yeah, thank you for that, madam.
Yes.
Honest.
Yeah, we had a good partner as well, digital partner. So yeah, so we all worked together to deliver on that. Yeah,
I think
very tight deadline. Where the KPI was 400K, we raised 1.8 million. Yeah, so yes, very happy that we were able to do that.
Awesome. So now that numbers are already put on the table, right? As your accountant, I always say that numbers tell the story of business. So what are the key numbers that you pay attention to normally, to help you make decisions for the company?
The key numbers. I mean, we do look at, of course, the lead generation aspect is a big thing, right? So that we can secure business in time, and regularly. Yeah. So the monthly numbers are definitely important. But then again, depending on the project that we get, right? So sometimes like with brand projects, sometimes the payment, depending on how big the brand project is, right? So sometimes like we will get a deposit, but then again, depending on the milestones of the project, then we get payments in as well. Yeah. So depending, it could be within a month, it could be 2 or 3. Yeah. So it depends on that phase. Yes. So the cash flow is always,
Okay.
the issue, even though we try to watch it every month, but that can be an issue. Yeah.
So normally, do you lock budgets as well? Like within a certain project, this is the total project value, and then what's the breakdown of cost? Who you need to pay?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, we have an understanding also with our collaborators because we do not have staff.
Okay.
So it's just me and Greg. We do a lot of the work, especially the strategy bit. And then the PR work, I mean, I do it myself, and then Greg does the big ideas campaign bit. Yeah. But then when we collaborate, right, we make sure that our partners also benefit. Yeah. They always give us a good rate, and we do the same as well. If they need our services, we give them a good rate as well.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, I mean, essentially, we make sure that there is a buffer. Yeah, because we're still on the project. So if we brought in the client, then we make sure that we are with the client and our partners all the way. Yeah, so that is a good collaboration. We believe also because we've come from different agencies, right? When we work together, we really work together to get it done. Yeah, it doesn't mean that bring you in as a collaborator. You just do that, and then it's you and the client. Yeah, yeah, that's a wrong thing to do
You
for
don't
the partner
just-
as well as the client. You cannot just because the client will be lost. Yeah,
True. That means you kind of like handhold or oversee the project from start to end.
correct.
Yeah, I'm sure your clients will benefit from that.
Yeah, I mean that's also what they expect, because they wouldn't know your partners, and there'll be a lot of confusion if, let's say, the strategy is supposed to be one way.
Yeah.
and then something happens somewhere. Yeah, so I have to be there.
Yeah, likewise, I think we also do something like that for our clients as well. We have other partners that handle certain areas that we don't. Either because we really don't want to do it, or we don't have the license to do it. So we don't. So in that situation, we still can offer, but they will have to work with the outside parties as well. But we are still there to liaise with them, to be the bridge, make sure that there's no miscall, no misunderstanding.
Correct.
And I think that's important.
Yeah,
And it
definitely.
helps a lot. Yeah.
Definitely. Yes.
Maybe if you could share, how often do you look at your numbers?
How often? Honestly,
Yes.
not often enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So should definitely. I mean, internally, we should definitely look at the numbers more often, so that we know where we are and when the next. That we can focus on when the next. I guess new business is coming in. We try and do our best. Yeah, but this has actually been a very interesting adventure over the 10 years. Yeah, meeting lots of different clients and partners. It always creates many different spin-off events sometimes. Yeah. So we have learned a lot over this 10 years, I have to say. Yeah.
Nice.
This podcast has been brought to you by Accounting Superhero, your trusted partner for Zero and SME compliance in Singapore and Malaysia. Switch up to Accounting Superhero today.
Could you maybe advise business owners out there who currently they see accounting as a year end task, right? One year passes, of course there's compliance to be done, then actually get it done, right? It's not used as a management tool lah. It's they don't look at the numbers to help them make decisions. What would you advise them?
Well, I would say should definitely look at like a monthly report. And for me, I mean, actually, I used to do that when I was the Singapore lead for a regional PR agency called GHC Asia, because we always had all these, we don't have annual meetings. I mean, we'll have monthly or weekly meetings sometimes, just looking at the numbers and, what are the potential business that's coming in and etc. Yeah, which is actually was a very good exercise. Yeah, so I don't do it as fervently anymore. But I think that I should do it at least monthly. Yeah, so that we can see where the costs and and also what sort of revenue is coming in. Yeah, so that we know how to so that we know how the next few months will look. Yeah,
Pipeline management.
that's right.
Good.
And managing, yeah.
So maybe let's touch a little bit about working together
Yes.
with us. Okay, good. So how did you first hear about myself or her, especially the company, the accounting superhero, and how you decided to work with us?
Okay. Well, I met you in 2018 or 19. Yeah, at a network in a network community. Yes, I was very impressed. I was always very impressed with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you didn't seem like an accountant. Because you're very open and friendly and yeah, etc. And back then I had another corporate secretary, which was a big mistake. Yeah, and then it was actually too big for me anyway. I don't know why I went to them. Then I learned from there, and because I found out that they're not helpful at all. For them, it is really about the numbers for themselves,
Oh, okay.
not for the business. Yeah, not for the clients. They don't really care. Yeah, about the clients. It's just a job. Yeah, but they were big. Yeah, I mean they were not like super big, but they were big. Yeah, which was not a good idea for me. I didn't know.
Now, when you say this, you mean they look at your business as small, or
They don't look at my business at all. They just look at okay, so you need to do this report. Just send us whatever. Yeah, but there's no advice. There's no. So I felt lost.
I see.
And I felt I definitely needed someone more open,
Okay.
and a lot more helpful, for sure. And I think the fact that then I felt, hey, Fast is definitely very approachable, and I think I can learn a lot from you and your team. Yeah, so I definitely signed up with you, and then also signed up for the MOTD.
Nice.
Yes. So that was an eye opener.
Hmm.
Yeah. And also meeting other business owners, and hearing their struggles as well, so that I know that I'm not the only one. Yeah, with similar struggles. Nothing is easy. As a challenge, but we don't give up. Yeah, and especially with your advice, then we don't feel as alone. When we're running our business. I mean, most of them have staff to take care of as well, so they would have their overhead expenses, right? My overheads are very different, but still, there's always a cost. Yeah, and it's about how to manage it and how to bring in regular revenue, business revenue. Yeah, and look at potential business opportunities. Yeah, and also you help create them for us. Yeah, which is a huge help. Yeah, so I was very happy that we could help MTFA over 2 weeks. And raise a 1.8 million.
That was easy, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, but it was a good experience. Yeah, but thank you so much for that experience.
I hope and pray for more to come your way.
Yes, thank you.
That was a good experience working with you guys.
Thank you.
Was there anything about the way we do things with you that you felt it was different or it makes sense for you?
Different. Your team is very open. Yeah, which I like because I really need that because like with accounting, my head is just structured differently. So that's where they've always been open to help. Or if let's say one of them doesn't really understand, she always tells me someone else will contact me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel the fast spirit in the air.
So communication has been okay, yeah?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it feels like it's very open, and it feels like through your staff also. I feel like you're giving us a hug, me and Greg a hug. Yeah, so that's a big help.
We do care about our clients.
Yes.
Yeah. Because And I mean, for me, we've been in business for quite some time. We always appreciate being being in partnership with people who care as well, right? So even if you consider like even telco service, I mean they have their own strengths, in Singapore. So like I mean, you want to work with someone who actually bothers lah, how to at least check on you, right?
Yeah.
You got a certain number of points. Why do you use it? That kind of stuff. So I guess our approach is more on that lah. How to maintain a good relationship. We want to disturb you and call you once in a while. Like are you guys okay? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think hopefully it makes sense to business owners lah.
Yes, definitely. Big help, big help.
Cool. So I'm gonna ask you now about the time in business where it was sometime in history which was actually prolific in the sense that it shaped the way you think and do business thereafter. So we call this segment the no good, the bad, or the ugly lah. So here I want to ask you though, was there a point in time in doing business where things got so difficult, things got so traumatizing that even until today, if you think about that episode, right, it will still give you goosebumps, or you start perspiring a bit, you just get stressed out a little bit. If you have something which has happened, please share with us and tell us how you felt at that point in time.
Where do I start? But yeah, there's a big one that comes to mind. But it was kind of linked to a personal challenge that I had. Yeah, because in August 2020, I had two brain aneurysms. Yeah, so I fell in the toilet and then I had to go for surgery and stuff. And then they found another one. And then the surgeon said that one of the spin-off effects is I might get a hemorrhage stroke. Yeah. If my brain doesn't stop bleeding. So it happened. So that brought me down to ground zero. So I forgot memories. I forgot Greg's name. Forgot a lot of things. Didn't understand a lot of things. And so that was an uphill climb. Yeah. Because my vocab was gone. Yeah. I could speak, yes. I could speak, thank goodness. But my vocab, there were a lot of things that I didn't know. Like I forgot, what do you call a mic? What do you call a cup? Yeah.
Okay.
And so things like, and then I couldn't really walk properly. I was not bedridden, but I couldn't walk properly. So I had a lot of support, from the hospital, as well as, there were two therapists, but don't forget this was COVID.
Yeah.
So there was no regular physio sessions that I had to go to. And then thanks to Greg, and we were not even married before. I mean, back then. And he helped me come back to life. But because he was my caregiver, he had to stop work. I obviously could not work for about a year, 10 months to a year. So we had to basically refund our clients.
Oh, I see.
And he stopped working as well. Yeah, to take care of me. So that was a huge thing actually for both of us. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, huge. And even though I had to do like English and maths homework because one of the therapists got me to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to do English and maths homework, primary school. Very difficult for me. It was very difficult because we were training my brain to think, training my brain to connect to the different sections or whatever that will force me to think. And I had to get like basic functions back within 3 months. Otherwise, it'd be difficult to move on to analytical thinking. But analytical thinking is nothing deep. It's just basically things like how to interact. Just like with waiters and waitresses, if they ask you what you want and you tell them, you need to tell them whether it's available or not. Or do you want that with something else? You know what I mean? You need to be able to interact. So if I can't do that, then it's going to be very difficult for me to get back to work. Yeah. So Greg really trained me.
3 months kind of thing, lah.
Yeah. So over 3 months, in 3 months I could walk. He would write stories for me because he's a creative director. And then it's like comprehension, like oral tests. I will have 10 questions and I have to answer. And the story will have dates and names and ages and numbers and all kinds of things. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a huge task. I remember I was struggling.
So like really had to fire up your brain again, huh?
Yeah, that's right. And the hemorrhage stroke basically was nothing to do with, as I said, it was a kind of an effect from the brain surgery. That's what our surgeon said. Yeah. So, unfortunately, that happened. And it had nothing to do with my health. So even like one of our follow-up sessions, the first time I met the surgeon, he was asking me, okay, what were you doing exactly before this happened? Because he was also trying to understand. Yeah, because like no hypertension, no
You were
cholesterol,
fit, right?
nothing.
All right.
No, I wouldn't say I was fit. I was okay lah. But yeah, and I used to go on expeditions, mountain climbing and all that. So that was nice. I can't do that anymore, but never mind. But yeah, I mean, it was a huge journey. But that meant we couldn't work, both of us,
Yeah.
So it was really tough. I mean, our families helped us, but yeah, it was a huge, tremendous job. I mean, for him as well to deal with the stress and then trying to help me. And the way he helped was also tough love. He wouldn't do everything for me. Forced me to think of how to get there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was very, very tough.
it's frustrating as well, huh?
It was very frustrating. And even though, I could speak, but I mean, I couldn't come up with many words actually. I would say simple things. We would still fight. I would understand. And I would, no. Yeah, but it was very good. Yeah, it was a very good training for me. Yeah. I would say training because it really felt like training. Yeah, then he will ask me, do I know where I'm going? Is this the right? Yeah. Then after a while, I got very fed up. Yeah. So yeah, and then like I mean just a very simple incident. I'm a coffee addict.
Okay.
So I wanted to make coffee. So I went to the kitchen. I stood at the counter. I just couldn't make it. I can see, how to make it. Simple cup of coffee. I just couldn't bring out everything to do it. I just stood there. And then he just walked past and he went, yes, what are you doing? He said, coffee. And he said, okay, make it. No. I said, you make. He said, no, you make. I just couldn't do it at all. I just stood there. And then I looked at him. And he said, okay, no coffee. Then he walked off.
That's it, after part.
Yeah, so I forced myself to remember, that really worked. I couldn't do it that day, but like after like a few weeks, yeah, I could.
Is it because like the steps involved?
Yeah, and he forces me to, do everything. Like try. He's always there. Yeah, but try it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be like, okay, you do everything. I'll just sit down. Then my brain's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't allowed to watch TV as well.
Oh, okay.
Only 1 hour. Yeah, the head of recovery doctor said she cannot watch TV. Okay. Yeah, 1 hour only.
Why?
Yeah,
Because it will just dump.
because it's not active.
Okay.
You are absorbing. Everything you're doing, you're just absorbing, but it's not interacting. And you have emotions, yeah, you're reacting, but it's not fully using your brains, you see. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a very difficult time. And then when I finally recovered and we started working again, there was an opportunity to collaborate with someone to organize this really massive initiative. Should I say what it is?
Okay, why not? Yeah.
Okay. The Halal Gourmet Summit.
I see. Okay.
Yes. So Greg and I did our research, and there is a lot of demand, yeah, for halal gourmet food. And there's a lot of talent, yeah, that actually a lot of Singaporeans, they're not aware of. Yeah. Yeah. And also the Halal Culinary Federation, it was kind of good timing because they also felt the same way and they're trying to push and educate everybody and encourage everyone. Yeah. Yeah. That did not work out. And it was a very painful lesson because that still meant, so you just imagine for 10 months, right, when working, right? And then we found this opportunity. We did a few small jobs and then found this opportunity. And it was very promising, wanted to work and stuff. We put in some money here and there, yeah, for the project, right? But the whole point is that we needed funding, another about 10 months.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we found out that partner couldn't get the funding and stuff. Yeah, spent a little bit of our money to get it. So yeah, that was very sad. Very painful, sort of almost 2 years. Yes, very, very painful.
I remember you going through that. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you, for being there for
Sounds
me
crazy,
to
yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was a really tough one actually. Yeah.
Yes, it was
I remember
extremely painful.
when you were down, right? When you were not well, of course, we couldn't text you, or couldn't call you or anything, right? So we would text Greg, just ask how she doing, that kind of stuff. Just pray for you from afar. It was wonderful when you spring back into action.
Yes.
Yeah. But then this how to commit thing was another
Yes.
another thing altogether.
Oh yes, felt like another stroke.
Yeah. Anyway, if you were to go back in time, right? And where would you go to see yourself at that point in time? Like if you could tell me okay, I'll go to 2018, for example, and I'll go and see Dom at that point in time, I'll tell her this. What would your message be?
Well, I would go back in time to when I had recovered, from my hemorrhage. I mean, from the incident, aneurysms and hemorrhage stroke, and I would tell myself to open my eyes and be careful. Just to be more aware of risks, whether with clients or partners. I think that would be a lot. I should have been a lot more careful. I think. And Greg was a huge help. But we both saw this as a huge opportunity. And we wanted to elevate halal food. That was the whole point.
Maybe if the funding came in, you could have actually pushed it further.
Definitely, and we had so much support. That's the thing. That's why I wanted to continue until it got too painful. Because to work on a job like that, on a project like that, you have to turn down a lot of other good paying jobs. So
opportunity cost is real.
Yes, opportunity cost indeed, which cost us like a lot more than we expected.
Cool. Anyway,
a big lesson.
Yeah, I was but at the same time, I think I really admire you for pushing through lah. The reason is because giving up is actually the easiest thing to do, right? But why didn't you give up? If I may just be so direct.
Yes, Greg was smarter than me, I have to say. So you pulled out, but I felt, because I had spoken to a lot of the chefs, and we had 3 parts of the event, and just the talent, and technically, just the key supporters, which were 3 of the top chefs. In terms of their influence that we were collaborating with, which that was a key thing we needed.
What kept you pushing through? I said not just maybe specifically this, but I mean through all these challenges, right? How come you still can push?
No idea. Yeah. I have to say networks help.
Okay.
So, for example, now I'm in ASME Distinction network. It's a business community, and because all the members don't just join, they have to go through interviews and etc. Just to make sure that the intention is genuine. As in they want to grow their business. And they are looking for collaborators to do it. As in actively open and helping each other, sort of thing. So, if they're unethical, of course we can't, say that 100%. We don't know, but just from some key things, and they pass the interview in a sense, then they're part of the community. So, and the community is very encouraging. Very good leadership. Very encouraging. And that's why most of us get many different kinds of leads. Within that community itself.
It's the support that you get.
That's right.
From the right people around you, right?
That's right. So I didn't really feel alone. I just felt stupid. But I didn't feel alone. And then they actively helped me recover in a sense. So that was nice.
Awesome.
And you as well.
Really?
Yes,
Really,
Faz. You were a big help. Big help.
I don't think so.
Yes, I think so. You'll be help. The advice, yeah. Yeah, they give, yeah. Huge help.
Thank you, Ladong. Anyway, I think I genuinely want you to succeed. I want you and Greg to succeed. You guys bring a lot of experience, the right advice. You have you don't just talk about what to do, but you actually do it. And you have
Thank
a
you.
flair in doing it as well. So, and through that MTFA experience, you guys are not bullshit. So, that's the reason why I really want to see you guys at peak of success. So,
Thank you.
yeah, if it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow.
Yes, I want it to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe in that always. Yeah. I'll ask you, could you maybe give us some advice? Especially for those of us who are starting business now. You've done business twice already, right? And it's over a couple of years. Now I think things are very much different. There's
Yes.
so many things going on. The world is so much smaller now. And now the event of AI, there's so many things. I think it's just a lot of noise as well. What advice can you give to young entrepreneurs who want to start out today? What to look out for, or what experience that you have, which you think they should know this if they want to do business and succeed.
I think for our industry, it's a lot more difficult now, for sure. Yeah, and without being blunt, and with AI like developing so fast and evolving so fast, right? So I would say with the young entrepreneurs in that sense, they have that drive and they want to do something, right? Just keep up, with all the definitely all the AI knowledge, because that keeps changing every day. Yeah, and keep up with it. Because I mean there are all kinds of AI agents and all that coming up as well.
Yeah.
But they need to know how to hone their capabilities, because they can still drive that change, you see. Yeah. Because AI is also we must not forget about thinking, our own thinking and using our brains. Yeah, because AI makes us lazy. So if they do want to start a business, right, it cannot just be a business. Of course, AI will be included, is because it's efficient. But you need to know, what are you providing? What's the actual service that you're providing? And also, it's good to learn, from those who have the experience. Yeah. So even in accounting and etc., I mean, they have to learn from you. Yeah. Yeah, and the team members who have the experience, and not just sit there and assume that it's easy because of AI. You still need that experience, yeah, and then you will find opportunities there. Yeah.
So if you're a business owner and you're watching the podcast, if you feel at any point in time that you need someone to just go through with you what's happening in your business, see what needs to be improved, give you some pointers, or at the same time maybe plan your next 3 years ahead of you, do feel free to contact me, right, and book a session with me, inshallah. I'll see you. Bye bye. Okay, cool. And I think I hear you lah. Nothing actually trumps experience. Even if you have like 1 year of experience doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you can make use of AI better.
Yeah.
If you just rely on just technology for the sake of relying on it, ultimately you won't know what is churned out. Does it actually really make sense?
Correct.
And as far as like branding or marketing is concerned, the advice could be good. Like you can chat with ChatGPT and it'll tell you all sorts of stories, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, does it really fit the market? It's something which can be practically done or not. That you need to talk to someone who's there, who has done it.
Correct.
Then they will tell you, okay, look, there's 5 things here. Why don't you just do number 1 and number 4? Like ChatGPT won't tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah, I believe in that as well. Cool, Dom. I
Exactly.
think there's a lot of nuggets that we've learned from you today, and especially about how to overcome the difficulties that we all will face when we run business. And of course, the prolific part of your past, which has happened. I mean, your personal struggles, right? That's something which I think not everybody can really overcome so easily. I mean, if I were to put myself in
Yeah.
your shoes, I would say I would probably just watch TV. I don't think it's easy, lah. It's
Yeah.
very tough.
I had the right support, so yeah, that was important. Because the other thing was also I was working towards this 4-hour oral test with a psychologist
Okay.
that I had to sit for before I could go back to work. So I'm in the national record now to show that my brain is working and I can go back to work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was a big
You told
thing.
us about this test, right?
Yeah, 4 hours, no break, no toilet breaks, nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing, man.
Yeah, it is amazing. And thank you for all the support. Yeah.
Very nice.
You really, really helped. Yeah.
So I'm gonna close with this line as usual. As you guys remember, behind every successful business is a story told through numbers. Today you've heard the story from Dominique Low from Wanderlust Brand Communications.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm gonna close with this segment.
Yes.
Dom, I'd like to invite you to look this camera here. And if there is any heartfelt message you have to show gratitude to someone who has contributed significantly towards your business journey, your personal journey as well in running this business over the past how many years, please feel free to mention the business name and then I'll see your message.
Well, I'm very thankful that my husband and I are running this company. I'm not doing it alone because he has the right smarts that complements mine, of course. And also in terms of running it together, going through this journey, we haven't given up, although it's been very painful. So yeah, really thank you, Greg, for one. And secondly, I have to say I'm really thankful for the ASME distinction business community, because it really, even though Greg and I have a lot of experience, but it just does remind me sometimes, of doing something more, or something different. Especially markets and conditions like in the economy changes all the time, so it's a good reminder. Yeah, so the ASME distinction network is really good. The third one that I want to thank is definitely Accountancy Superhero, for sure, because I'm a very difficult client, because I'm so blur sometimes. Yeah, so the team is when it comes to numbers, so many numbers, So yeah, and I haven't looked at numbers this regularly. Thank you for some time as well. Thank you. So yeah, so thank you so much. Accountancy Superheroes, you definitely have a lot of superheroes here, and especially fast.